Good morning, boys and girls. It is Tuesday. So, let's start with a word of prayer. Fold your hands, close your eyes, bow your head. Dear God, thank you for being good all the time. Thank you for loving us all the time. Thank you that even though we are staying home these days, we can be together over video, over the computers, over the telephones. There are so many ways we can stay connected to each other, and we can always stay connected to you. Bless our day ahead. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Right? Okay, today I thought we would start with a little bit more of what we normally do in Circle. So we always start Circle with prayer, and then we practice our Bible verses. This is the last day of March, so tomorrow we will learn a new Bible verse. But let's go through all of them today. I haven't done that on any of my videos yet. So here we go. A friend loves at all times. Proverbs 17:17. A friend loves at all times. Proverbs 17:17. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, Genesis 1:1, Genesis 1:1. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Psalm 118, verse 1. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Psalm 118, verse 1. For a child will be born to us. Isaiah 9, verse 6. For a child will be born to us. Isaiah 9, verse 6. Good. And then I ask you, who was the child? And you say, Jesus. And I say, did he stay a child? And we say, no. Jesus grew. Jesus grew. In body and in wisdom. Jesus grew. Jesus grew. In body and in wisdom. Luke 2:52. We love because he first loved us. We love because he first loved us. We love because he first loved us. 1 John 4:19. God loved the world so much that he gave his only Son. God loved the world so much that he gave his only Son. God loved the world so much that he gave his only Son. God loved the world so much that he gave his only Son. John 3:16. Okay, and then we usually do the new one twice. And this is our last day of March, so it's the last day that this is the new one. Here we go again. God loved the world so much that he gave his only Son. God loved the world so much that he gave his only Son. God loved the world so much that he gave his only Son. God loved the world so much that he gave his only Son. John 3:16. Okay, I hope you were singing along with all of those because I think you know those really well. Okay, after we practice our Bible verses, we usually go through the jobs. Now, nobody's doing our regular jobs at school right now, but I hope that you are doing some important jobs helping your mom and dad and whoever else is at home with you. Maybe you're helping cook dinner. I hope you're making your beds. I think 4-year-olds are old enough to make their beds. I wonder what else you can do. You can pick up after your toys, of course. You could water plants if you have plants at your house. You could help in the garden. I wonder if you're big enough to try dusting or vacuuming. There are all kinds of ways you can help at home. So ask the grown-ups who take care of you, and you can help out, and you can have a job at home too. And then we go through calendar. Now I've been trying to figure out how to do calendar at home because we don't have any paper calendars at my house. We always use the calendars in our phones. But I thought I could show you the calendar on the iPad. So here I go, opening the iPad. And here is what the calendar looks like on the iPad. Oh darn, you can't see it at all. I should have, okay, I have to get it really close and it works. Okay, so the one that means today is the very last one of the month. Down here, can you see the number 31? It looks like a 3 and a 1. That's our number for today. And if we look straight up from there, you can see T-U-E. That's short. It's not the full word. It says T-U-E, which spells two, and that's short for Tuesday. Let's sing our days of the week. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. And here they are. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, can you do that? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And on this calendar, the big word at the top is right here. That says March. And next to it, it has the year 2020. March 2020. We will probably always remember March of 2020. But let's sing the months. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Okay, so we already had January, February. Now we're in March. I wonder if you know what comes next. Tomorrow will be a new month. It'll be the month after March. January, February, March, and we'll have that month tomorrow. Today it's still March. So, wake up, iPad. Okay, so here we are. We have Tuesday, March, and now we're going to count pretty high to count all of the days of the month because it's the last day of the month. So here we go. I'm going to try to point to the numbers so you can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. If we put it all together, today is Tuesday, March 21st. Today is Tuesday, March 21st, 2020. That's the year 2020. Okay, we counted to 31. Let's do that again. How about we count to 31 and we pull our ears 31 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, I'm going to count my nose 31 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, that felt kind of silly to do without any little kids near me. Okay, at home, there are so many things you can count. Make sure you're counting too. We've been practicing our letters on these videos, but not counting numbers very much. I wanted to recommend a video that counts all the way to 100. Let's see. It's called Let's Get Fit, Count to 100 with Jack Hartman. His last name is spelled Hartmann. You can find that on YouTube if you want to count to 100. It's called Let's Get Fit because he has you doing different exercises while you count to 100. It's a fun video. Mrs. Dennis recommended it and I tried it out and it was a lot of fun. So if you want to practice counting all the way to 100, you can use that video. But probably the best way to practice counting is to count actual stuff. Maybe you can count all your crayons. Maybe you can count all your markers or all your blocks. If you have Legos, I bet you have so many Legos, it's really hard to count them all. Give it a try. Okay, so we did calendar, and we know that it is springtime, right? We started school when it was summertime, and then it was still really hot. And then it got to be fall, and it got a little colder, and the trees turned all kinds of pretty colors like orange and yellow. And then the leaves all fell off the trees, and it got very cold, and it was winter. And we didn't really have that much snow and ice this winter, but it was still winter. And now the trees are waking up, and the flowers are waking up, and it's getting warmer, so it's springtime. I don't have a weather chart here. I like to check the weather on a weather app on my phone usually. And I can also look out the window just like we do at school. When I look out the window behind me, I can see that the sky is all white. That means it's full of clouds. Today is a cloudy day. Maybe this afternoon we'll get a little bit of sunshine through the clouds, but I don't know. It's a cloudy day. I'm just glad it's not a rainy day anymore so we can play outside more than we could yesterday. Okay, so we go through calendar, season, weather, and then we have the schedule. I wonder what your schedule is at your house. Okay, I actually wrote lesson plans for today in my lesson plan book. Okay, I know what we're doing next. You know that March is International Month at Heritage School, and I was kind of sad that we missed out on a lot of International Month. It's my favorite month at Heritage School. I'm so glad that Ishi's and Joanna's moms came in to teach us about India. But Mia's dad was going to come in to teach us about Brazil. Francesca's mom was going to come in and teach us about Spain. June's mom was going to come in and teach us about Scotland. And there were some other teachers and people who were going to come in and teach the whole school about some different countries. And we didn't get to do that. But I have visited several different countries in my life. And I thought we could tie it in with the letter. So I have some pictures from a country, actually not a country, it's a section of a country and a city that starts with Q. It's called Quebec. So last week we were doing the letter Q, and I didn't even think to show you my pictures of Quebec. I went to Quebec. I think it was actually 2016, and I bought a 2017 calendar while I was there. Quebec is in Canada. It's one of the few other countries that we can go to using a car or a train. We don't have to get on an airplane. You can if you want to, but my family took a fun trip and we took a couple of weeks and drove up to Canada and drove into Quebec. And I wanted to show you these pictures in a reasonable order, but maybe I'll just show you them in the order that I'm finding them. So Quebec is part of Canada. A lot of Canada feels just like America. You visit and they speak English and it really is very much like America. But if you go to Quebec City, which is the oldest city in North America, our continent, it feels a lot like you're going to another country, partially because it's so old and the buildings are made of stone, some of them. Also because the people there speak French. They don't speak English. So you go and they say things like bienvenue instead of welcome. Look at that fancy, fancy hotel. It's like a castle. built on a big river because all old cities were built on rivers. Back before cars and trains, the easiest way to get places was in a boat. Let's see. Doesn't it look a lot like a different country? It looks a lot like Europe if you ever go to one of the countries in Europe like England or Germany or France. Here's another picture of that big fancy hotel, and you can see that there's a wall around the whole city, a wall that's hundreds of years old. Old cities used to have a wall around them to protect them from enemies. Here's a super fancy church they have there. And a super old church they have there. Let's see. It's near this big waterfall, but that's not part of the old city. Because it's in Canada, that means it's north of us, so they get harsher winters than we do. They definitely always get snow in the winter. Here's a street in the city in the wintertime all decorated for Christmas. A lot of the pictures show that big old hotel. It's actually called Chateau Frontenac. Chateau is another word for castle. It's the French word for castle. And here it is all snowy. So, last week our letter was Q, and Q says quoi for Quebec, although in French they say Quebec. Okay, and I thought to pull out my pictures of Quebec because today I wanted to pull out pictures of a city that starts with V. That's our letter this week. V says V. V says V. Every letter makes a sound. V says V. Okay, so let's see what this city is that starts with V. And when I was there, they didn't sell any normal-sized calendars, so these pictures are huge. I like to buy calendars when I visit a place because that means you get at least 12 really good pictures of the place. Okay, this one is called Venice in English, or Venezia in Italian. Italy is in Europe, and Italy, you have to go on an airplane, or I guess you could go on a very, very, very long boat ride, but you can't take a car or a train because there's water between here and there. This says Venezia in Italian, and underneath it has lots of different languages for Venezia. This one says Venice, that's what we call it in English. Look at all that water. Venice is a city in Italy, and instead of having streets where you drive cars, they have canals where you drive boats. This one's called a gondola. That's the old-fashioned kind of boat. Mostly only tourists, people from other countries who want to come visit this famous city. Mostly they are the only ones who go in gondolas. Here's a gondola. Over here, that looks like a more ordinary rowboat. We'll see how many pictures, how many different kinds of boats we see. This is a famous bridge in Venice where the boats can go under the bridge and the people can walk across the bridge, and there are restaurants and shops right there on the bridge. Can you see tables right here in the picture? I think I ate at that restaurant when I was there visiting. Right next to that bridge. Here's a picture of Venice. You can see that anywhere they could build buildings, they did, but where they couldn't build buildings, there's water. And all around the edges, there are sidewalks, so you can walk all over this city, just like you can walk on sidewalks in a regular city, but the streets are not streets, they're canals. Here's another picture of a traditional, old-fashioned gondola going along. Over here you can see a motorboat is parked along the side, and there are people walking on the sidewalks. Isn't that so funny to see a building and outside, instead of a parking lot, there's water, and those are all boats. Let's see. This is a very famous church called St. Mark's. And actually in this picture you can also see this palace. Venice used to be ruled by a duke, and so that was his palace. It's interesting, it's not a king or a prince, it's a duke. I feel like I've been showing you pictures for a long time, so maybe I will finish up with one more really cool picture. Let's see, they have lots of pictures of gondolas. This is a picture of the super famous, super fancy church called St. Mark's. Out front there is a square. That means it's like a big giant area of sidewalk where people can walk. But you can't take your boat in there, and you can't take a car in there. You walk around. Sometimes it gets flooded, because if there's a lot of rain anywhere, we get a little bit of flooding. And in a place where the roads are all made of water, the water level just rises up, and then the square will have water all over it, but you know, it's not too deep. Okay, V says V. V says V. Every letter makes a sound. V says V. Venice. V is for Venice. Okay, let's see. Here's my V I drew for you yesterday. I wanted to talk about all the videos and pictures and emails I got, because I got lots of them today. Henry sent me pictures of a V he made out of cars, a V page in an alphabet book that had cars going vroom, and it was a race, so they were going like one versus another. There were lots of V pages on V words on that page. It was very cool. Ooh, I just said very. That starts with V. And he was also writing V's in a workbook he has at home. June's email told me that her family went for a walk. They were reading Bible stories and watching Bible story videos. June's been doing a lot of cooking. She made muffins with her family. They've been listening to songs by Ellie Holcomb. I don't know Ellie Holcomb. I'm going to look her up. They really recommended her. And she's been using the Wet Dry Try app. And she sent me a really sweet video that said she missed me. I miss you too, June. I miss all of you so much. I saw pictures of Lily making V's out of Play-Doh. I saw some fun pictures of Isabel and her brother Duke, who used to be in my class. Isabel and Duke were both holding a little animal they found outside. I couldn't tell from the picture if it was a frog or a toad. I wonder if they know if it was a frog or a toad. They look very similar, don't they? They're related animals. Dylan emailed me. He liked the videos. And Joanna did a show and tell video. I might not tell you yet what her show and tell was. It was a really nice show and tell video, and I can tell she really loved the things she was showing me. But tomorrow is show and tell day, right? We always do show and tell on Wednesday. So if you all send me show and tell videos, I can tell people about them, and I will do some V show and tell tomorrow too. One of the things we usually do at regular school during V week is make vegetable soup. So I wonder if your family will do more cooking with vegetables this week, and you can help out. Vegetables are so good for you, and we should eat them every single day. So I would love to see some vegetables in your pictures and videos. You can keep looking for other V words to show me in your V show and tell. And I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I can't believe this video got so long. Sorry about that. Video starts with V. Okay, I love you all very much. I can't wait to talk to you again tomorrow, and I want to see your V show and tells, okay? See you soon. Bye-bye.